All right, there you go. You counted. What were you saying, Christian?
Did I saw was either earlier? I think it was earlier today. I saw an article about someone put like the first 102 volumes of One Piece into one massive book. Did you see this?
I think I've seen something similar. I've seen similar projects. Yeah. Why do you ask?
This is like, a I don't want to call it an official release or anything.
Oh yeah,
but
no, I did see that on the subreddit recently.
They called it
yeah.
the all for one Piece print or something, like, or all in one, something to that extent. It's
so how big's the book?
Completely ridiculous looking book that you would absolutely not really read or anything.
I'll put it this way, Devin. There's I believe there's been 4 like volume releases of like these like big super packs that have like, I don't know, like 20 or 30 volumes at a time or something like that.
What do you do? Just glue them together?
I mean, it looks like a legitimate book. It's bound and everything. But if you were to try and actually like turn pages, I don't know. Here's a link for like the first thing I could find. It's 21,540 pages, by the way.
Jesus Christ!
If this is to be believed.
Oh, you sent it here.
I didn't send it. Oh, did he also send something? I don't know.
No.
I put it in the Discord.
Yeah, I have seen that.
It's absolutely
Wait, are there spoilers
ridiculous.
On that cover?
No,
actually,
don't look too hard, I guess.
Don't
I'm not looking at
it. Yeah, don't.
I'm not. Good thing I have bad vision.
I don't know. I didn't pay attention to what it actually looked like. I just observed the shape and absolute ridiculousness of it all.
I just imagine like someone standing on top of a ladder trying to read it, and then, like, after a while, like they become as strong as a character from the show because they have to hold it without tearing it.
It's like some mundane Saitama level training.
You guys want to know a fun fact too about One Piece?
Sure.
Without looking at the cover art, you can actually see on the pages on top. At this point, if this even gets in the cast, might as well put this on the Twitter. Something that's fun about Oda, he always makes flashbacks. He prints them, or rather, he goes out of his way to say that they need to be printed on slightly darker, grayer paper. So if you look at the top, you can actually see, because like if you imagine like the front of the book must be East blue, you imagine like that's where everyone's flashbacks are, and then like big like or tracks of all white is like in present content, and then as it gets dark again, that's more flashback shit. So you can actually see every single area that relates to a flashback of some kind, just by looking down at it.
That it looks like there's a lot of dark up there. I'm worried.
It kind of reminds me of when I was reading Game of Thrones, and when I was working at the zoo, because I was a landscaper, so my hands were dirty. I didn't need a bookmark halfway through the book, because the pages where I would hold the book would be like marked with like just oil and shit like that, so they'd be stained. And so like at a certain point, like when I was reading the book, I looked at the side, like the not the binding, but the like just from like right there, and I could just see like, oh, I don't need a bookmark. It tells me I've read this far.
Nice. No, that's fun. But all right. Moving on from that, not to steer away your conversation, Christian.
No,
Christian, we have some things going on this at the start of this cast. And I'll be honest with you, you do not know where I'm about to take this conversation. So I am well aware. So Christian has something for us. And in fact, Christian, why don't you go ahead and tell the folks at home what you have prepared today?
Oh, I have a letter. I have a letter.
Right. Okay. So Christian has a letter, just for everyone.
We just got a letter.
Christian, I'm gonna level with you. You were baited.
What? Yeah.
You were expected to come onto this cast and today, this was the week that you were going to do your uwu presentation, and it was going to be with none other than the letter that you wrote for us this afternoon.
Oh, that's good. All right. Well, first of all, fuck you.
Yeah. Okay. So now that we got the cat's out of the bag, I gotta level with you.
Fuck you, Justin, too, when you listen to this. But also, good job.
So that was gonna be the joke here, but I gotta level with you, Christian. Justin, Jordy, and I all agreed we did not expect you to go so hard on this letter. We were actually quite impressed with it. We have offered you a respite. You have a choice. You may either do uwu as intended if you feel that would be the path of least resistance. However, we couldn't help but notice that you maybe modeled your letter off of a certain song from a certain candy named man. And
that'd be correct.
What we decided was we almost would prefer to hear that bitch read loud with the music intact. So this is your choice, Christian. You may either essentially rap your letter here today, or you can read it as uwu as originally intended. Those are your only options, and you will get no others.
Well, I wasn't expecting to have options, so honestly, I'm intimidated. But all right, wow, this is a lot.
This is all happening so fast. I know.
Yeah,
Christian,
yeah. We're moving very quickly. I need to take a step back from this relationship. I need to. I'm going to. All right, this is going to be a disappointment, most likely, to all of the fans. But because of the motif that I went for this letter, I feel like it would be much better if we kept it without uwu.
Without uwu, okay.
Without sans uwu.
I love this. Don't worry, I have your back. I have an instrumental link ready on hand for you. You don't even have to go looking for it.
But is it the? Well, I guess there's really not that much instrumental for it in the first place.
Well, would you rather just use the music video, or do you want to use the instrumental?
No, I'll use the instrumental. I was just thinking, I wasn't sure. The instrumental is mostly the same across the entire song, so it doesn't matter that much, I guess.
I am so confused.
You'll know once it starts.
What?
Don't worry about it. Just send me the instrumental link, Brendan.
You got it, bud. You got it.
So he's singing a song and he's not doing uwu?
I'm not doing uwu, and I'm more or less singing lyrics to a song that I rewrote to fit our needs, to fit my needs.
to fit now Christian's needs, because he didn't realize that all of this is going to be transpiring here this afternoon.
Yeah, everything Brendan said was not what I knew was going to happen. I knew what I had done. I just wasn't sure how we were going to lead into it, and this is fucking fantastic.
When you get Uno reversed so hard, it sends you to the shadow realm.
Yeah, I kind of want to be. I wish I knew the timestamp for it. Here we go. I think we're here.
Honestly, instrumentals can be kind of tough, especially for music like this. So it might even be easier just to use the ones with lyrics.
Well, it's right at the beginning anyway. Of the song is the part that I adapted. So,
Who's the song?
You'll find out. You'll know.
We'll give you like a minute or two of prep if you want. Devin and I on the side, we can hype you up. Maybe like rub your shoulders a little bit. If you need any vocal warm ups. I don't know what you need, big guy. How do I help you here? I think I'll be
okay. I've got the timestamp for where it starts in the music in the music. All right. No. I'm good. I think. I mean, this is way better as a surprise. But if I had known it was going to happen, I might have practiced an uwu version of this just to see how it came out first before making my decision. But on the spot, because of the way I wrote it, I feel like it's going to be way better not uwu. All right.
Oh, Panther's making a guest appearance. Hi, Panther.
Panther, more pets. Let's go.
I don't know if the mic's gonna pick her up. Hi.
Well, Mike can't pick anything up. They don't have arms.
Oh no, it's picking it up.
Oh, that's all right.
Really?
Didn't get the joke.
Are you telling me I don't love you enough?
It's fine.
Really?
I did hear her though, like for sure. She sounds adorable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the next person to steal Panther. All right, let me.
Your cat's no, my cat.
My
I
cat.
am the cat owner now.
All right.
Ugh, you stink. Why do you stink?
Let me give myself a several. I'm gonna give myself a several second lead in on the instrumental. Let me just side
You
by
are
side here.
not dying.
All right, I'm ready. All quiet, please. Dear Robin, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. I left my cell, Insta, and Twitter at the bottom. I sent 2 snail chats back in Alabasta. You must not have got them. There probably was a problem at the news cruise or something. Sometimes I just scribble addresses too sloppy when I jot them. But anyways, fuck it. What's been up, girl? How's your crew? My boys are crazy too. I'm about to talk to them soon. If I have a great time, guess what I'ma do? I'ma laugh my ass off. I read about your Poneglyph mission too. I'm sorry. If I had any brain cells left, I'd help you decipher their meaning. I know you probably hear this every day, but you're my one-piece waifu. I even got the quarter-size figurine of you with the changeable outfits. I got a room full of your posters and your pillows, girl. I like the time you played board games with Chopper too. That shit was cute as fuck. Anyways, I hope you get this. Hit me back. You can talk. I'll just listen.
That was amazing.
I can see it all.
Okay,
All right, copyright.
You need to leave.
Oh my god. You know what, Christian? I'm so glad that you brought this. I'm sorry, listeners. We have an audio leech in the Discord right now who's sending his 2 cents in the back.
He doesn't know where to post chats. He did it at every chat channel we have.
Yeah, we have our friend Juan is in the Discord. He's
No,
like,
any direct message to
Me too.
oh yeah, he did me too. All right. So that was a great rendition. For everyone keeping track at home, that was Eminem's "Stan" as performed by none other than our very own Christian. Thank you, Christian, for for everything you brought to the world this afternoon.
No problem. I live to please.
And I gotta let you know, you reverse Uno the reverse Uno. Make no mistake, if you didn't go that hard, you would have been ooh-wooing for us tonight. So honestly, at least it got to be on your terms. How about that?
I am so happy that I was able to double Uno you guys. I'm reminded of a video I saw not too long ago of like some people who were at a restaurant and they put a Uno reverse card in the bill thing and they handed it to the waiter and was like, "Sorry, you got to pay the bill now, chief." And then the waiter pulled out his own Uno reverse card and slammed it on top of it.
Oh man,
so that everybody else has caught. I even warned Justin that I was going to do this too. I guess they just didn't expect me to write such quality lyrics, but my prompt was just to write a letter to Robin.
Yeah.
He tried to approach me in this discussion and I was like, nope, I want to witness it when it happens. And he was trying so hard to talk to me about
this last night?
This was like 2 nights ago.
Oh, because he must have had some other plan for the part.
He was
then.
Like, why don't you guys watch your episodes early? And then he started ranting about wanting to talk about the show and then talking about this, and I just blatantly ignored him as he just rambled, so I didn't hear a damn thing.
I wondered because he told me earlier in the week that maybe it was like Monday or Tuesday or something like that that he wanted me to do this, but I hadn't yet watched the episodes, so I thought maybe that Robin for some reason made an appearance, like we for some reason flashed back to the other characters. But then I watched the episodes and I was like, all right, I mean this can still just be a thing I do at the beginning, like that's fine. Bits don't always have to mean something to the episodes we watch, you know. Which I think we should do more often, just like as a fuck it. But so I was like, all right, this would be great. Like I could just write a letter to Robin about how much I miss her. But then I had the idea as I was thinking about it to write it this way, and I was like, all right, this is what's happening now. I almost wrote a second letter, like in just like a regular tone of voice, like an actual letter, and then I got one line in, and I was like, "Nah, I've already got gold here with this. This is fine."
I've already found
people
perfection.
don't know this, but all the way back when we sang Africa by Toto, I wrote our lyrics for that too. The spoof lyrics for that.
That did happen. Yes, I remember this as well. Well, because I came into the chat. I came into the chat just doing Africa by Toto, but then I think I was outvoted by the team at large at the time. Like, nah, if we're gonna do it, let's do it with fun lyrics. And I was like, okay, that's fair. And so then we had our ghostwriter Christian handle all of that for us.
Yeah, but then but when we recorded that, everyone else just sang Africa. I sang my rendition.
I didn't get the script.
Well, that's because nobody asked for it. I assumed everybody was going to do something like this, and then everyone just sang Africa, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I guess."
Well, So long story short, Christian is the creative one. He's actually the musically talented one.
Holy shit! How is this recording 18 minutes already? Dylan's gonna fucking murder us.
Hit the record button, and
Dylan's gonna be pretty bad. All right. So anyway, that was our bit this week. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We're not really sure exactly how the music part's gonna make it, but for people who like Eminem and are familiar,
it's just some scribbling on paper and like rain noises in the background. Surely that's not copyright.
Yeah, surely. All right, but without further ado, let's get on to the summary for the main cast. The war begins as Ors Jr. from the Whitebeard Alliance starts rampaging through the center of the frozen Marine Bay. He takes on the Marine Giant Squadron and pushes through to the execution platform before he's ultimately stopped by the combined efforts of Kuma, Doflamingo, and Moria of the Seven Warlords. Or's sacrifice, however, allows the Whitebeard main forces and allies from the sea an opportunity to position themselves more favorably in the upcoming skirmishes. Sengoku also hashes a plan to expedite the official time of execution of Porcus Dies, which is heard by the Impel Down escape team, and causes them to hastily make an effort to join the battle after having been stranded atop the iceberg frozen by Aokiji. All of the major players have made their entrances, so the incoming battles will only continue to escalate from here. Dun, dun, dun. So
this combat just like reinforces like that all the combats in anime are almost like D&D, where everything happens within 6 seconds.
Yeah, that's a very good description for what's kind of happening here. Like, because time freezes outside of what is immediately happening.
Yeah,
it do be that way though. But I mean, like, there's so much like happening concurrently, and I mean, like, when you have like all of these kinds of players, I mean, the anime doesn't take the same kind of, I guess, attacks that like major cinema or like American television would do, where, they spend a lot of money on like all these extras and they just like want people to have their own shit in the background. They want to give enough screen time to all of these major players. And it's hard to do that without, pretending that like everything outside of the main cast that's being utilized in the moment is frozen, I guess. So...
But it kind of like, it also just kind of breaks the idea of just like distance for me. Like with the whole, like, they were in the middle of buttfuck nowhere and all of a sudden like 10 seconds of a tsunami and they're there kind of thing. Where it's like they didn't even see Marineford in their...
I mean, that tsunami was trucking. Are you talking about like the Straws and the Impel Down team or whatever?
Yeah, like... Because like when we see the Whitebeard do in the last episodes, like make the tsunami, like we don't see the tsunami for a hot minute, and then it appears. But like for Luffy, it's like I don't know, like I don't know how far away the gates are. It's throwing me. It's confusing me.
I mean, like, at the end of the day, I mean, it took a sec for the wave to get to Marineford, and then now we assume that they were just kind of riding the wave until it got frozen. And then they were just kind of like...
they were on that wave for like 2 seconds.
Maybe from our perspective, they're not going to go out of their... Oh, I'm sorry, Devin. Did you need every second recanted to you of them riding the wave all the way to Marineford? Or did you get the gist by the time they got to the top? Like, come on, dude.
I want it. I want the
No,
time.
Do
I
you?
want the
Because
show.
do you? Because I would have been fine if we didn't even do the like rewind time. If they just had fallen out of the sky and we got next to no explanation for it in this moment, I would have been perfectly fine. That whole thing lasted 5 minutes, and I was like, I could have done it in 2.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat.
I wrote in my notes. I wrote I was like, okay, I love this entrance, but please let's not make the entire episode what happened.
Don't get me
20
wrong. I
minutes
don't want it to
before.
be the whole episode. Like for me, it's like it just feels like it doesn't make sense to me because wouldn't they have been able to see Marineford from before the tsunami hits? For how long they wrote it?
You're in this mindset that you saw 100% of the time that they were on the top of the waterfall or on the top of the tsunami. No, they got to the top of the tsunami and then they just cut ahead to when they got frozen. Like I think you're reading way too far into it. And tsunamis can travel pretty damn fast, my guy.
I mean, I'm not saying they're slow. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they're slow. I'm just saying.
I don't necessarily understand where
it seems weird. It just kind of reminds me of like the problems I had with Game of Thrones where distances don't matter. You know what I mean?
Well, sure, but you know, like they're not like teleporting to the next destination after talking about it.
It felt like a teleportation.
All travel happens off screen.
I mean, it did feel a little like teleportation, but I don't care. I want to move. This is not what I'm here for. I don't care.
Right.
To watch them ride the waves for 30 extra seconds just so it preserves my sense of continuity. Like I just want to get to the fight.
No, right. I need continuity, damn it.
You are the most ass backwards person.
I don't know if this is the hill I would die on for these episodes, but you know what, Devin?
This is the wave I will die on.
This is your wave. This is the wave.
Now, where they did kill an absurd amount of time was when Oars was dying and reaching for Ace for 20 fucking minutes.
Oh, come on, man. But don't you like Oars? Don't you want to see Oars?
I liked Oars, but I didn't need a like literally 3-minute long scene of him
with 4 individual fucking backstory.
Yeah, inch
like
by excruciating inch, watching his finger travel towards Ace and then finally die like 3 minutes later. I didn't need it. I didn't need it.
I will give you that maybe they milked like the reach to Ace a little bit in this set of episodes. However, that part of these episodes gave us 2 very valuable things that I would say. Number one, I love the little mini Oars backstory and like how his relationship with Ace or whatever and how he made him a hat and what have you. That shit's sweet. That's dope. I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that.
But the other thing that I really liked about these episodes is they transpose a couple of times, and I'm not saying they should be doing that all the time, but I really liked when they were transposing Happy Ace on top of I am like scared shitless Ace face right now as he's watching Oars die and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna say like I'm gonna forgive them for like how long they wasted on the Oars death, you know. It was very Shakespearean in a way, but I would do it again to have those moments back. All I'm saying, I don't know.
I think I'm gonna piss off a lot of people real quick.
Go for it.
I don't care for Ace at all.
I mean, that comes as no surprise, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
But I feel like how many times in the show, without the flashbacks, how many times have we seen Ace?
I mean, the only time we've seen him is during Alabasta or when he was fighting Blackbeard and then just the stuff now. I mean, honestly, you haven't really seen him in any flashbacks.
Exactly. I haven't seen him at all. It feels like all these episodes are just so hyper focused on trying to make Ace a likable character by giving backstory of all like flashbacks through all like billions of proxies of all the, these characters. And it's like, well, yeah, I don't give a shit. Like, to me, it's like if I needed to, like, I'm pissed about the show because if he was that important of a character, why didn't they show it to us beforehand, before it became a major plot point? You know what I mean? Why didn't they show him interacting in the show more often? Like, we got the Blackbeard fight, we got Alabasta, and then all this happening.
Well, I mean, because the show's not about him, though. You know what I mean?
But I know the show's not about him, but where this is like leading up to, it's just like, it feels like they're trying to make me care a lot about a character that in reality I shouldn't care about.
Okay, so
I don't know about should it necessarily. I think this is
if I were to compare if Zoro was on top of the tower, I would care. I would be emotionally invested. I'm not emotionally invested in.
Wait, all right. Replace Zoro with Sanji. You care now?
Yeah.
Really?
I'd care more.
You care more if Sanji was
Yeah.
up there because you want to see him dead anyway.
Yes.
Right. Not the same kind of caring. Not the same kind of caring.
But the thing is that we've been with Sanji on the journey.
Right.
Ace is just kind of like he's no different than Crocus to me.
At the risk of like devolving this conversation too far down a rabbit hole, I think I would encourage you. Like we are allowed to have characters that come and go and can get expanded upon, just like in any medium, right? Like, I mean,
I'm not saying it's not okay to have characters come and go, but it's like if I feel like they're trying. It's like I don't know how to explain it.
I would definitely say you're mistakenly. I would not agree with this trying aspect. I think that he's a character.
I feel like it's trying too hard.
I think he is a character that is being is trying to be expanded upon, and this is the time that the writer chose to do it. And writers can, make characters matter more or less depending on the narrative that they want to go with. This is very normal for any form of storytelling. It did it in Game of Thrones. I know that's one of your favorites. They do it in everything.
Don't talk to me about the sacred text.
Yeah, right. Anyway, so I think that am I surprised that you don't like Ace? No, but honestly, I'm not surprised you don't like anything about this show. So
yeah, when you get on your milk crate and you go, I don't like this thing in One Piece.
Everyone's like,
the tumbleweeds roll by.
It.
Yeah.
So I would say I'm sorry if maybe the aceness is not
it's just
speaking
the storyboarding of it. That's the thing that's annoying me of it. Like it's when they're doing it and how it's all at once. That's the part that's annoying me. If he was more included in the story, I would care more.
Well, I mean, up until now, we've been following Luffy and his team. And I mean, even back in the day, like, I remember once upon a time, like, you and Christian were even like, they're speed running being the Pirate King. Like, they're beating all the warlords. Like, when are they going to actually have to face a challenge that they can't just, like, overcome in the span of, like, 20 episodes? So, like, someone like Whitebeard, who's been the heavy hitter in the New World up until now in the series, he hasn't had a chance to interact with the Straws or whatever. He's still, like, this insurmountable force, and Ace was a part of it. They haven't been a part of the series because our main cast wasn't even ready to be a part of the series with them. So, I mean, this is kind of where you get the crossover, the lead into, well, now our main pro-tags are starting to become more viable and they're starting to approach the level with which they're going to be reoccurring alongside these other heavy hitters in their universe and whatnot. Like, I don't know. I guess I would disagree with this mentality that Ace needed to care earlier more in order for him to care now. I don't feel that that's fair at all, personally. But
I never said it was fair. But yes, it's more so of I just don't get where people. I don't see where the hype for the character is.
People just like Ace because he's cool looking, dude.
I mean, it's an extension of Luffy's character as well. When you give a shit about Luffy, you give a shit about the people that he gives a shit about. So when you learn that Ace, who has been his quote unquote brother this entire time since Luffy was very little, and for all intents and purposes is his brother, is about to get executed, you see Luffy back in Amazon Lily learn this, and his heart drops. If you care about Luffy, which most people watching the show tend to, at this point especially, with all the things they've gone through, you care that he's about to lose his brother. So that's where the emotional connection is supposed to lie most of the time. Now, because you don't care too much about, or aren't as invested, I should say, as a better way to put it, I feel like that's where your disconnect is here from most people. I would say most people absolutely would care for Ace without him having appeared because of that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of where I'm at to put my 2 cents in, because we haven't seen much of Ace either, but and honestly, I'm more invested in learning about what his tattoo means more than Ace himself. But at this rate, I don't feel like I'm ever going to get that. So now I just have to be satisfied with what I am getting. But
right, but I mean, I understand, like, everyone's allowed to have frustrations, or they would do things differently with how you storyboard or introduce characters and, make your audience care and whatnot. But I think the only thing that matters here, at least in this point in the story, is maybe if you don't care about Ace himself, then, if you're just interested in the ride for Luffy to either save or not save him, then be a part of it, since he is at least the main protag and he's the only one anyone's really here for. And then, just catch some cool powers along the ride, like Marco the Phoenix or Whitebeard with the Tremor fruit.
That's kind of, the only thing keeping me going in these episodes is just seeing all the new shit, like seeing Oars, being Oars, or seeing Doflamingo doing God knows fucking what.
Well, I'm glad we're here. Can I share? Can I share? In what is surely your outrage as well as mine, Devin?
I'm not sure.
What the fuck? What is this? What is this bullshit extension of Hancock's power now?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So
I don't care about the Cupid's arrows. I don't care about the Cupid's arrows. I can fine, but the kicking?
No, she was always
into stone.
Time out. She was always a Class A fighter, and they never expanded that she could kick people into stone. To be fair, but she was always a Class A fighter.
That's fine. I don't care about her martial arts ability. It's the part where she turns people to stone when she kicks them.
What's wrong with that? She turns fuckers to stone.
But the whole point of her power was essentially that she was supposed to woo them first and make them vulnerable in that sense. Now they're just fighting, and I don't know. She just turns them to stone. She's just better Medusa at this point.
Well, no, I mean, but hold on. There is still malice in all of their hearts while she is fighting them. I'm sure that if she were to kick Luffy and try to turn him to stone, he'd be like, "Ow, why'd you do that?" At the end of the day, the rule still applies. She can just apply it through other means outside of putting her hand in the shape of a heart and shooting the love beam or whatever. Which that was the only we've only known her to do that up until now. So we haven't seen her expand her powers or her skill set. So this is kind of the further analysis, and I can at least assure you that it doesn't get much crazier from here.
Press X to doubt.
I'm upset.
She can shoot projectiles that force people to turn to stone.
The projectiles don't bother me. That doesn't bother me because I could just be reinforcing on her love beam thing. But the hand-to-hand combat of it, nani? What?
If it makes you feel better, I can assure you that they do expand upon that down the line, but I don't really feel comfortable at this present moment in time trying to justify it with, future knowledge or anything like that. So
also, I keep forgetting, she's a paramecia, right?
She is indeed a paramecia, yes.
This shit don't make any fucking sense.
Well, for a paramecia, there's a little more open-ended.
Yeah, but still.
Because
paramecias tend to be like that a lot of the time.
Yeah, we've got, Whitebeard's the perfect example of a paramecia that kind of doesn't feel like paramecia, but is. So
don't even get us started on Kuma. Is he? Wait, yeah, he's a paramecia.
Yeah, his is a paramecia. I don't appreciate all this Boa slander, by the way. All right, I thought you guys were going to come in here and be like,
"We have always been on the fuck Boa train."
Boa had the not the hands, but had the feet, switch the feet up or something like that. I got to latch on to every minor problem with this character.
Well, you, some of you fuckers were always going on about. I think it might have even been Jordy in a rare instance about how Boa was actually going to get a fighting style and how OP it was, and you guys just didn't know yet, was all we fucking heard back when Boa Hancock first came around, and you were trying to justify your love to us for her. So
listen, my love for her isn't that her power is broken and she can just shoot a love beam whenever she wants. She can kick ass. She's got Tsunade power. That's all I'm saying.
I want to see that 1v1.
Actually, I would love to see that 1v1.
I feel like Tsunade just kind of wipes the floor with her.
Absolutely fucking not. You are putting way too much negative energy on my girl Boa out here.
Yeah, she has infinite healing.
Infinite's a stretch. She has the healing behind her max.
Most of Boa, as of right now, most of Boa Hancock's ability to win fights is the fact that she fights mostly men or just generally people who fall in love with her. I don't think Tsunade would necessarily.
And Tsunade only loves money.
Listen, she's not winning because they love her. She's winning because she's kicking their ass. They just happen to be turning into stone because they love her. You're mixing the two a little too much in my mind.
Well,
but
I mean, if it's just a matter of martial abilities, Tsunade's just going to heal through any damage.
She can't do that indefinitely.
Yeah, but she's got a fuck ton of chakras she stored up.
All right, now we're starting to get into like fucking. All right, so we instead of being a One Piece cast, we are now we're now what's that YouTube channel where they just they like do like characters that like fight each other or whatever.
Death Battle. Death Battle.
Yeah,
that's,
there we go. Now
Screw Attack.
Screw Attack. Now we're just a Screw Attack cast.
I love the Gar versus Toph one. That one was great.
All right, but other than Boa, we also had Kuma throw another one of his Ursa shocks.
Big surprise.
Yeah, he's like, wow, we saw that one coming.
Yeah.
Moria stabbed Homie in the chest with his shadow salamander for whatever
reason. Was he able
reason.
to stab people before?
Yeah.
With his shadow?
I feel like he probably could have. He just never did.
Why didn't he stab Luffy?
Well, to be fair, the ability where he puts out the little bats is literally called like Spike Ball or something like that, isn't it?
Spike Bat, I think.
Spike Bat. Yeah.
Something like that.
But yeah, I mean, it would have made sense to fight Luffy that way, but you know.
Sorry, intrusive thought just came in. This reminds me of me having to explain what a batarang was to Crystal the other day.
Oh, you mean like a Batman, like...
You mean a boomerang in the shape of a bat?
Yeah.
How long did you have to spend explaining that to her?
Yeah.
It took like a solid 10 minutes.
What in the fuck, Crystal?
I'm more on Devin on this one. Why did it take you 10 minutes to tell her what a batarang was?
I literally told her, I was like, she was like, first she was rambling for most of it, which is like, is it like a boomerang bat? Like what? Like she was confused. She didn't know the connection to Batman.
Oh,
and so
did you just tell her it's a thing that Batman uses? It's a boomerang in the shape of a bat that he uses. Like that.
Yes.
That does not take 10 minutes to say.
You're right. It shouldn't.
Okay. Well,
yes, there you were.
Yeah, here we are.
There I was. 10 minutes later, it's a boomerang shaped like a bat.
I hate it.
Fair enough. And then the last Warlord on the docket, we got to see a little more of Doflamingo doing things. Do you guys remember like what he did back in the day, like to Bellamy and
he
Big
did he did the body controlling thing that he did with that other random captain in these episodes.
Do you assume you have a good idea about what his power might be?
He's a puppeteer.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume it's some kind of puppeting power.
Yeah.
Although I'm curious about how the hell he cut off Oars' leg.
Puppet.
Did he make Oars do it, or did he do it?
No, I think Doflamingo himself did it. I would wager a guess if we follow the puppeteering line that maybe he can probably, and we just haven't seen him yet. This will be a great reveal later. He can actually attach the physical strings to people. But instead of attaching them to oars, he just used it as like a garrote. Like the assassin thing,
yeah,
and he just chopped and he just cut his leg off with it. That's the guess I would wager.
My other thought was like maybe he has the ability to like, because I saw his hands disappeared for like a hot second.
I think that's just his coat. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, honestly, I thought it was his coat too. But again, conspiracy theories, because I didn't see blood on Oars' leg. Maybe he's able to do similar thing to like what Room is able to do, where he's just like, your leg? No, my leg.
That's an interesting thought. Like he can kind of create like a little mini space and, just disassemble at will or whatever.
Like a puppet. You
or
just
control. Instead of taking apart, you can control. But I feel it would feel redundant. It would feel like a redundant power, I feel like.
Don't get me wrong. It's very, very redundant. But like to me, it's just like, I don't know. So therefore, I'm confused and I hate it because I'm confused.
That's okay.
Okay. I didn't realize
at the same time,
we
still
hate
like
everything.
him. I still like him. He's fly as fuck.
Nah, dude, I love Doflamingo. This is actually this is the set of episodes where I actually get my favorite quote that I gave from.
I remember this. When now that did you remember or did you mention that it was Doflamingo at the time? I feel like you did.
I don't think I told you it was Doflamingo, but I did tell you that it was from a character that you have seen from One Piece.
Oh, okay.
And the guy who voices Doflamingo, Justin, I think it's like Shock or something like that. Justin, whatever. He does a great job. He's fantastic. He was
I should listen to the English version.
I would say that Doflamingo is another one of those like. He's a powerhouse in both sub and dub, so I think you kind of get a good vibe from him in either or. Personally, but I think Doflamingo's such a fun character. He's just got this like he just breeds chaos everywhere he goes, and something about that just like I love knowing more about him every time I see him. And he just has like this very clear sense of like an understanding in the world and how it works and his place in it, that I think that kind of reflectiveness in a villain is really
well, it reflects heavily with his fruit.
Why do you say that?
Well, people who control the strings of stuff are the most able to make it go chaotic.
Not to say we know that it's the puppet fruit or something yet.
Right, totally not.
Yeah, hypothetically.
Hypothetically speaking.
For fuck's sake, yes, we could tell he's a puppeteer. Come on. It's probably going to have some stupid-ass name that's not puppet, but it's going to be puppet.
I mean, I can tell you if you want me to, like, if you want to peer behind the curtain.
It's going to be like marionette, or like something else,
It's gonna be
like string.
Yeah, I was going to say string.
I like puppet though. That'd be kind of fun.
Or whatever the Japanese word for puppet is.
Right.
Well,
no, but
naturally.
I remember I told back in the episode where we talked about our favorite quotes. I mean, it's not a revolutionary thought process where you have a villain that starts proclaiming in the midst of a war, saying that like, we're watching history unfold, like children that grew up in times of war are different than those who grew up in times of peace. They have completely different values and stuff like that. But I like that in this show. It was almost like a weird abruptness, like in the middle of like the war, Doflamingo's just like, now I'm just gonna do my villain speech because you don't know who I am and I feel like doing one right now. But I don't know, it slaps, and I appreciate you, Doffy.
I agree, and also to add on the idea that Doflamingo, who we haven't seen much to this point, just seems royally unhinged to like to anyone watching this. He's just a masochist, loves just inflicting pain on people and making others miserable. And then I
thought that was a sadist.
Is it? I thought
masochist is the one that likes to be hurt.
Is it self-hurt is masochism? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Either way, then he's
sadism is where you
whichever one it is. It's jarring to have Doflamingo just because there's before he makes his whole speech. In that instance, he says like we're standing in the midst of a turning point in history, like sometime earlier in either the same episode or a previous episode as well. And it's weird at that point too, because you're just thinking to yourself like, why is this madman who just got back from his Hawaiian vacation talking about how they're standing at the annals of history right now? Yeah, that's probably true. Vegas with the big furry thing. Yeah. Vegas is probably better, but either way.
If anyone just came back from Hawaii, it's Kuma. He's got the bucket hat.
No, he just got back from a day trip fishing with his grandson.
With his grandson?
Yeah.
Yeah, sport.
How's it going there, sport? Let me show you how to cast a reel.
Who was that? I mean, I know Borsalino is the one related to
fly fishing.
Who was that? That like sumo wrestler guy from Sabaudi. That was related to Borsalino.
Sentamaru.
Yeah, he went fishing with Sentamaru.
Oh man, actually,
is that why Sentamaru's not here?
What did he use Sentamaru as bait? What do you mean?
Just left him.
No, he's still he's out fishing still. He's trying to get his skills up. He's got to grind a little bit more.
Yeah, Kuma said, "I've got to go get bait really quickly. Hold on," and then he left forever and never came back.
Teleports to get.
You and I will never meet again. I mean, I'm going to get bait.
Yeah, he went out to get milk and wormies, and then never came back.
But outside of this kind of stuff, or outside the Warlords, mind you, this kind of stuff. Sorry, outside of the Warlords, we had Whitebeard who reacted to Oars falling, and he was like, "Oars, you're an idiot. Don't do it." But he also was like not trying to stop him at all. So he just kind of let it happen.
How do you stop a mountain? I mean, an earthquake, but.
I was just going to say, like, he do be an earthquake, man.
He's not going to inflict physical harm on his own teammate, probably.
Well,
maybe.
I don't know, Chief. He could earthquake cooned again.
Well, I mean, yeah, but the last time he did it, all it did was make a tsunami. Didn't hurt anybody on his team anyway.
But what about another one?
You know,
How about another?
yeah. What if I did it again?
What if I did
It's
it
like
again?
it's like in Naruto when Pain puts the second like planetary devastation
No,
behind the
that's
first
Madara.
one.
Yeah.
Sorry, Madara. Yeah.
I see you stopped the first meteor.
Yeah.
Now what are you gonna do?
Here's
about
here's the
second
hammer
one?
to nail in the chisel.
God, that bit honestly, still to this day, God, what on earth was that
Perfection.
guy thinking? Like, I understand like what he was going for, but honestly, you just can't help but laugh when you think back. Ah, yes, you stopped first meteor, but what about second meteor? Just smacks it on top. God.
He pulls out the another one.
Yeah, literally though. Like, what was he thinking?
He was thinking this is a great idea. They'll
I mean,
never
I'm not
see it
saying-
coming again.
Two meteors would have been fine. Like, that's not a bad idea. Doing meteor while they're holding it, go like, but how about another? And then smack it on top was just so
Slam dunk,
comical.
bro. Slam dunk.
I guess. What a guy. Sorry, no Naruto spoilers, by
I
the
know.
way. Sorry
We're
about
really,
that.
yeah, sorry for the decade-old spoilers. This is really
Yeah,
turning into a
whatever.
Naruto cast today.
I mean, this is like a decade and a half old spoilers where we're at in One Piece right now, to be
yeah,
honest.
but people can turn people. I mean, people expect us to be talking about what's in these episodes, not not
Okay, that's
decade-old Naruto spoilers.
Yeah, that's fair. But the other things that happened, we saw Vice Admiral Suru do some weird shit to some goons.
She's got the laundry fruit.
Yeah, she really does.
She can literally hang villains out to dry.
When I saw that, I was like, I'm not even mad.
It was pretty funny.
That was just that was good.
It's
No need to explain.
it's an interesting power, right?
I'm
I'm just curious.
sorry. Go.
She's a paramecia too, right? We can say
Most
that.
likely, probably, yeah.
So is it just me or paramecia is like the most weird?
Yes,
While-
I've been telling you this
while-
from the
Generally,
get-go.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're open to the most
Paramecias-
interpretation. Zoans and Logias are fairly straightforward. Logia, you end up as like an element, quote unquote, and
Mhm,
Zoan,
mhm.
you're an animal. Everything else is open to paramecia, basically.
Yeah, like your imagination is your own limitation when it comes to paramecia, which is like fucking insanity sometimes when you get right down to it. Because then you can have fuckers like Law who can make his own mini universe and throw fuckers around, or you can have people like Whitebeard who can just like crack the air and suddenly the entire world's about to shatter in half. Like, you know, there's no
Or
rules.
You can be stretchy.
Or you can be a stretchy rubber
You
boy.
can be one
or
stretchy
you can
boy.
condense air, apparently.
Well,
I still love Kuma's application. You can't stop me from liking it.
I mean,
either way.
within the confines of the show, it's a very interesting application of the power, but I still hate it regardless. I love the quote Granny Suru gives also because it's like the stereotypical anime quote like, "You're a million years too early to defeat me," which is something that we quote all the time too, just in our own chats and daily lives. You're about 1,000 years too early to challenge me.
Dude, but actually though,
Such a great fucking line.
then we also expanded a little further on Akainu. At one point, he's murking his own guys who are running from the fight. And Kobe has like, I'm pretty sure he pooped his pants. I'm
Absolutely.
like, I'm 90% certain that
Several
when he saw
times.
that.
That Marine's gonna walk it off, though.
you think
It
so?
did happen off screen, to be fair. That could have the Marine could have just ran away, and that could have just been remnants of Akainu using his power. To be
Bruh,
fair,
there was
Mhm,
nothing
mhm.
but magma on the floor.
yeah.
Nobody.
Right,
Well-
because he's magma.
Well,
You don't know
no,
that.
he could have just dismissed that Marine, and that was just a threat for next time.
Yeah.
That dude is dead. I'm
It
surprised
didn't
I
happen
have to
on
be the one to
screen.
tell you.
It didn't
Oh
happen
my
on
God.
screen. We did not see the magma envelop the Marine. All we saw was Akainu start making magma, and then we cut away to Kobe shitting his pants, and then we cut back to Akainu with some magma leaking on the floor because he has trouble keeping it in sometimes. He's old.
Yeah.
This dude is 100% Big Dead. Just so
nonsense.
fucking clear.
I can't wait to see him in 200 episodes as the villain for that arc.
Oh my fucking god.
He has justice on his back.
Yeah. I don't know where we're supposed to go with that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Other big things of note: Garp recanting some of his memories with Ace, which I find wholesome. They do kind of hurt, because I feel like in Garp's mind, he always kind of knew that Luffy was an idiot, and I think like even like we kind of got a glimpse of that back when they were like training or whatever as kids and as children, that Ace, Luffy, and Garp, like Luffy's the idiot of the three of them, even more so than Ace and Garp. But I think Garp really did have like an idea that Ace could make a better life for himself if he just, stopped trying to, follow the ambitions of being a criminal or whatever. And lo and behold, here we are, big guy. This is the what you sow, as it were.
I just like that we got some continuity. Oh my God, Panther, shut the fuck up. I love you, but you goddamn.
How dare you?
Sorry. No, this will go on for hours. What's it called? No, the continuity of just the fact of now we know where Luffy's eating habit started.
Yes. started with Garp. He taught them. Very well. Goddamn Garp. You motherfucker. Look at what you've done. You've ruined.
And then just like that little flashback was just gold, because like they're sitting there and he's eating and everything like that. They stop for 2 seconds and it's just gone. Everything is just gone.
Oh boy, Luffy never
I love
changed.
the little quote that Garp gives also there, where he's talking. I think Ace mentions that Luffy also wants to be a pirate or something like that, and Garp says, "Well, I want him to join the Navy, but I think he'd be more of a hassle to the Navy than the pirates would be," or something to that effect. It's like he couldn't be more right. If he was a Navy cadet to officer to whatever, like he'd essentially just be a clone copy of Garp in the Navy.
A literal money pit.
It would just be
food bills.
Yeah, food bills and property damage.
I wonder what Luffy would look like with a marine outfit on.
I'm sure that's out there.
Oh, it's probably somewhere out there.
I think Oda's even done like an actual, like if Ace and Luffy became cadets, if I'm not mistaken.
I just now have a picture of Luffy looking like JoJo pose because of Jotaro,
right,
with the hat.
Oh my god!
Yeah, with the hat and the coat that you're wearing, but not really, because it's just resting on your shoulders and it magically
and just
stays
Luffy's
there.
out there going like yada yada.
Does it?
Yada yada does it. Oh my god! Please stop. And then the last thing that happened was, of course, our stretchy boy and team coming back from the sky, and Crocodile briefly attempting to assassinate Whitebeard, only to have the same stretchy boy use at least one of his remaining brain cells to remember that Crocodile no like you water. So
which
power
is still
to
ironic. It's still ironic to this day.
What water is he using?
A crocodile not liking water.
Oh yeah. That being ironic for sure.
Yeah, I love that. Where did he get water from?
They're next to an ocean.
The ocean that weakens him from using his powers, you mean?
He walks up and splashes it on himself. Like, what are you talking about?
And then weakens him. We've established this.
I mean, I'm just saying, dog. Like, he's got a little bit of seawater on him. Like, whatever.
He should be drowning. Again,
he should be passed out,
or maybe he melted the ice from Aokiji, because
you mean the ice formed from the ocean water?
Yeah.
You're not winning this one.
You're right. I'm not. Yo, whatever though. He stopped Croco Boy for a minute, and he also displayed his gear too for a sec to cry. He's like, "Hey, by the way, I'm stronger now. Don't forget it."
Yeah. And also, apparently it wouldn't have taken much in the first place, because then two of Whitebeard's goons walk up and put swords to Crocodile's neck, and he obeys them because he's a bitch now, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say he's a bitch. He probably just doesn't know what he's up against. He doesn't know what they can do yet.
Hey, what? He just challenged Whitebeard to a fight. Why is he going to give a shit about two randos?
He also knows Whitebeard. He knows all about that.
Oh,
he went, oh, yes, Luffy splashed water on him. I am powerless now.
Man, why are we dogging Krago, man? All right, leave my boy
He's acting
Crocodile
like a
alone.
huge bitch now.
What are you talking about? He just broke out of prison. Like, he's just stretching his legs, all right? Give him some time. Give him a minute.
All right, fine. He gets till next episode.
All right.
I also, the scene when they're all falling from the sky, the first thing that came to my mind is literally just, the 1st Airborne Division.
But actually, though, I love that about their stupid fucking introduction. They're just like, God damn it, whose idea was this to fall into the base? And then you go up there and you realize it was all of their ideas. They were all idiots. They all took a part in this. You can't blame a single person.
Or the fact that they cut it off at the wrong side, I guess.
You can definitely blame a singular person for this. And his name is Luffy.
Yeah.
They all struck the iceberg. Even Crocodile did it.
I'm not saying they didn't. I'm just saying Luffy. It was they literally asked whose idea was this. It was Luffy's idea. That's it. That ended the story.
All right, that's kind of fair.
They went along with it because they all realized they were short on time after they got the snail chat that Ace's execution was being moved up. So they were like, all right, we have no other options now. We have to go with the stupid Stretchy Boys idea. But
also, can we also talk about the execution, like, plot point, like that whole thing? Why don't they just fucking kill him?
Yeah, this doesn't make any sense to me.
Why are they waiting?
Yeah, they're like, man, the 2 guys with the swords, they're not going to be here till 3. They've got prior engagements. Like, we're not. It's only 1:30 right now. We've got to wait an hour and a half for them to get here because they're
just
at their.
Fucking shoot them.
Yeah, surely Sengoku has some kind of power that it can just like execute Ace with.
Doesn't he have a sword?
I don't know. Use the fucking seagull on his head and poke him to death or something. I don't care.
Punch him to death.
The moment Whitebeard showed up and Oar showed up, they should have been like, all right, fuck this. And then just chopped his head off. Like, why are we waiting?
I will say in this span of I'm more of the mindset that I like to think in these in this instance that if you're trying to paint your military as like a show of force, that it does make sense that they would want to do it under certain controlled conditions. What I don't like and what I thought was wild looking back on this is that Ace was escorted by his executioners, but now they're gone.
And then they disappeared.
So like you said, they're not going to be here till 3. So that would have been a fine argument.
It was their lunch break, their union lunch break.
Like, where the fuck did they go? Like, they were right there.
They're paid actors, dude.
It wouldn't surprise. Like I vibe with the argument that like, well, no, they're not going to kill him until the executioners get there because they still want to display like that one
but
big vibrato.
The executioners were there.
Right. They literally were there and they left to go take a $5 and now they're not going to be back until 2.
They're on their Siggy and milk break.
Yeah, right.
And now the stairs are crumbling and maybe gone, so Orange's fat ass fell all over everything.
That's what's gonna be what happens next. Is they're gonna like be like, oh no, how are we ever gonna get to the top of the platform? The stairs.
This is when we get the executioner backstory you wanted a few weeks ago, because we have to dig deep into their internal struggles so they can find the power to overcome. I don't know, jumping 30 feet into the air to the not crumbled section of the stairs.
We find out that one of the executioners has been training with, All for One this whole time, or One for All, or whatever the fuck. He's got All for One in his legs.
God damn. Or he can just moonwalk if you want to stay in your universe.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm sorry, that's much better. Yeah, he went through the trials and tribulations of learning how to use moonwalk.
Yeah, we learned that they're actually like retired CP9 or members or CP whatever members that learned it.
Oh, I thought CP9 members got retired by,
dying, right. That's why I corrected myself and went CP whatever instead.
Right, yeah. He was a CP8 goon, and his superiors were like, well, congratulations, you actually get a retirement. Would you like to be an executioner in your downtime or no? And he's like, what are my options? Well, the only other option's death. He's okay.
The other one's a box.
Yeah. 6 feet under.
The other one's a coffin.
Well, I guess executioner.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, but I think that pretty much covers it for everything that happened this week. Do you guys have any other thoughts and comments before we close out? No? All right, great. Next week is Okay, well, you didn't think fast enough.
Yeah, clearly.
Next week is going to be 467 to 470. And moving on to quotes, my only real quote was the one from Doflamingo. Couple of fun, lines thrown back and forth these eps, but that's really the only one that ever stands out to me as my particular favorite coming out of these.
For quote, I guess I would have to steal the Luffy one when he's talking to Whitebeard, where he's just essentially saying, "Don't tell me what to do. You're not my dad."
Yeah.
He's like, "Listen, you can be whoever you are, but I'm gonna be king of the pirates, though."
Yeah.
Everyone in the background's like,
and then the fact that Whitebeard says, "What a saucy young man."
I like this kid. He looks down on him and he's like, "You know what? Ye-aight."
There's also the another line I liked, which is when all the giants are going up against oars, where it's like, this is the first time I've ever had to look up to someone.
that was a good throwaway line too. Actually,
someone throws out there that oars is like double the size of the giants or something like that.
Not.
He's like 50 times the size of the giants, dude. Are you kidding me? He manhandles them.
Well, no, he literally fought the giants in screen, in frame. You saw it. He's like, at least height-wise, he's only twice the size.
Nonsense.
Yeah.
If you stacked two giants on top of themselves in a trench coat, they would be the same height as Oars.
No. All right, first of all, you need at least 3 to fill out a trench coat. I'll have you know.
Okay,
it's a Marine Navy issue one. It's a lot of space between.
Oh, right. Yeah. Special fabrics for sure.
Who makes Oars' clothes? Who does that? Like whose job is specific? Well, that's different. Is it different?
I'm more
I
curious
guess
about how the fuck he made a hat. The size. The size.
He learned how to make it in
him.
Wano. He was just like, "Yo, dude, I threw some string together or straw together or whatever the fuck."
You mean rope?
Or rope? Is it rope? I thought those were made out of straw.
For his is what?
It's a lot of straw.
Yeah, it would be a lot of straw, but you'd make it.
I think it would be so goddamn floppy.
You think so?
Not in Wano Kingdom. They make them different there.
Yeah, dude, they're built different from Wano.
They're literally built different. It's also the third one he made because he burned up the other two somehow. Like I don't know why Ace was actively using his power while making the hat, but I guess go off, kid.
Go off.
I'm
King.
just imagining like he's building it in the middle of a Times Square and he just like accidentally like just arsoned the hell out of 2 towns.
Oh no. That's why his bounty's so high.
Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to make a hat.
I just want to make my friend a hat. He's like he's attending like knitting classes after hours.
Also, all the fucking flashbacks of different scenarios of him using the hat.
It was kind of funny. I like those.
It was funny, but like, what the fuck?
He's like, I'm not getting wet from the rain, but it's like just his head isn't getting wet and the rest of him is soaking. I'm not getting the snow one. He actually specifies that he's not getting on his head at least, but the rain one got me. He was like, I'm not getting wet under here. And it's like, yeah, you are.
Also, where would he go in somewhere? That's where I'm more curious.
Their ship. Maybe they have a ship like the size of Foxy's. Well, it'd have to be bigger than Foxy's.
Ship could hold it.
Yeah, it would have to be bigger than Foxy's. But Foxy had giants in his ship. Foxy's ship was massive.
Yeah, but those giants were nothing compared to.
I mean, yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely correct. For my own quotes, a few of them have already been tossed out there. But speaking of oars, I like the beginning of 464. Some random Marines go, "Keep shooting. He's still human." It should work against him. What?
He's like, well, no, he's not. He's definitely not a human.
Are you talking about?
If it breathes, it bleeds.
Oh my god! I mean, you're right.
That would have been a fine one. But when he was like, "It's still human,"
He's
it's
still
like,
human. What, is he?
Is he?
I feel like he is. I don't think that's a true statement.
Yeah, feel like he's not actually. If I'm going to be honest with you, Chief. But it was a good try, though.
2 other quotes. When Luffy crests the destroyed remnants of the ship they fell in on looking for Ace, and he finally spots him on the platform. It's kind of a nice heartwarming moment that's going to happen right before the disaster that is Ace dying eventually.
You're still on that train, huh?
Oh yeah, because it's going to happen. Luffy goes, Ace! Oh, well, he shouts at the top of his lungs, and for as long as he possibly can, he goes, Ace! Ace! I can see you finally! And, Ace yells back, but more in the sense of like, get the fuck out of here, because you're just gonna die like Oars did, type of thing. And then my favorite quote of the entire set of episodes is like basically right after that, Sengoku turns to Garp and he goes, Garp, it's your family again.
Your family's fucking it up again. And he's like, damn it, Luffy.
It's so good, dude. I was like on the edge of tears. It was so good.
It was good.
What a fucking roller coaster of emotions coming out of all of the things happening in that episode. And then at the end, Sengoku, Garp.
And you know the best part too is that anytime that Sengoku's like is pissed at Garp because like somebody in his family is like causing trouble, normally Garp is like having a gas, like he's laughing, but this time he's like, "Oh no, Luffy, what are you doing? This is not the time."
Luffy, put down the gun.
This is a real Chotomate moment for Garp.
Even Garp can't sit this one down,
even though he's actively sitting right now, but.
Oh right,
his jaw does drop when Luffy starts falling out of the sky, though.
He's like,
he's got big Eneru energy when that happens.
He didn't even flinch when the Sunny flew away back in Water 7, but he sees his son flying down from the sky in the middle of a war. I'm sorry, grandson flying down in the middle of a war, and he's like, ah.
Now all we need is Dragon to show up for some reason to complete this trifecta.
Yeah, exactly. We need all three monkeys together.
All three generations of monkey.
Also, side note, but sort of on topic. Am I the only one that was sitting there like during that whole like weird paneled color like part where Luffy's like, pulling the D-Day look, where he's like dazed and confused, thinking any second now, Ace is gonna be killed. Any second now.
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna happen right then and there.
Well, yeah. just imagine if Luffy was just sitting there though, and you just heard
you're wild.
In the background. Okay.
First of all, if they are gonna kill Ace by the end of this, it's gonna be a spectacle, dude.
Oh,
like, come on. Yeah, like
that would have been a spectacle.
Not if it happened off screen though.
No. He crests the roof of the the top of the ship, and all of a sudden, shake.
Yeah.
He's like, no,
that was the original.
Didn't fall into
I don't remember if
water.
I feel like I might have said it when we were first talking about how Ace is going to die at the end of this, but I think that was like the exact situation I proposed once upon a time. Was like he crests a house or something, and he just watches as Ace dies. But
I feel like it's getting closer and closer to that because Luffy just now backtracked like 100 yards to stop Crocodile from icing.
I don't think in the grand scheme of things it'll make that much of a difference, to be honest. Maybe it'll be the difference maker. Maybe it will. I would be surprised.
I'm just saying he probably could have just went bungee jump over to Ace and done something.
Very
probably would have got
true.
intercepted by like any of the warlords / Sengoku over there, but
he's made of rubber. He'll figure it out.
Or the three admirals.
Mm-hmm. He's made of rubber.
Actually, I just remembered you briefly mentioned, or actually, I don't remember if you did or not, but
you're gonna say I did.
I'll take responsibility for that.
Sure, yeah. Well, I was actually referring more to Brendan, but when some random of the Giants vice admirals tries to hit Whitebeard in the back when he's watching Oars die. And then Whitebeard, it's the one with the Hollow Knight helmet on or something. Or,
yeah.
Not Hollow Knight, that's wrong. Like Shovel Knight helmet on, and he just takes him, slams him to the ground, and hits him with an earthquake in his head. Could you imagine if that dude, the absolute tonal shift of the show, if that dude's head just popped? Because that's what it should have done. Not just shattering the helmet. Like that dude's head should be gone.
Yeah.
No. What if
fucking metal?
What if they left the helmet on to censor it? But then you heard the pop.
You hear the pop, and then all the blood and viscera just explodes from the orifices in the helmet. Oh my god, could you imagine the 12-year-olds that would have lost their shit?
I will say, Marineford is actually it's well known for having some of the most censorship from anime to manga out of the entire series, funny enough.
I mean, from manga to anime.
And do a very good job with Or's leg.
I mean, they kind of they probably censored the blood. I don't know if there was blood in the manga, to be fair.
There was no blood. I mean,
there was no like blood dripping out of it, but you could see like the bone. Like it wasn't like the T-bone that we use for the animals, where it's just bone in the middle and meat. Like there was some semblance of like maybe tissue and muscle in there, but
sure, yeah.
It wasn't like there wasn't dripping blood or anything to that effect.
Where he
I
got
guess.
cut on the leg, it just made me think like that whole fucking like oh, excuse me. That whole fucking bay should be filled with blood because of how much blood is in a giant's body.
Yeah.
Like isn't like 16 like pints or something like that, or like what's in a human's body? Like just imagine.
Actually, I think it's only like 3 or 4 liters or something like that.
I don't know.
It's actually not that
it's
much.
Enough. There's enough blood. I'm just imagining a giant body, like with all the body people running up the body, squishing him even more, and where he has now a giant hole. Like that place should be just a lake of blood.
The ocean should be running red all throughout that part of the sea now. But here we are.
Or whatever.
Well, I mentioned this so that to inform that if I ever come across the obvious ones, I'll keep a mental note to try to explain if they're like what was censored and why, and what did it look like in the actual manga or whatever.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But
more blood. I need more blood.
Moving on from that, we have the Golden Ham. This week's Golden Ham, Ors Jr.
I'm willing to give it to Ors Jr. for the heroic sacrifice.
I don't know. I feel like this one has like a lot of stuff going for it. I feel like my only alternative would be Doflamingo, just because I love that dude's energy. Anytime I see that guy,
I kind of like Doflamingo a little bit more.
I like Doflamingo as well. The only other proposition was, and this was a bit of a weaker choice for me, I just kind of was like, this wouldn't be too bad either, is Garp, just for like the internal struggle that he goes through. But
yeah,
that's true too.
I did enjoy those moments of Garp like walking up and remembering everything, and then Sengoku goes like, "Fuck you doing here? You have doubts now?" And Garp would be like, I wouldn't have made it this far if I had doubts, but like, shit, dude, this is still tough."
He's like, but I don't like it. Like,
I think. Actually, I wrote that quote down too. Where is it? I have no pity for villains, but family is a different story.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It rings true.
I feel like of those, I don't know. I'm torn because like Ors did do the most by just fucking annihilating a couple giants. Like that scene where he just cuts the sword, like, or cuts that one giant like 80 times or something like that.
Yeah, he definitely fucked
like he
that dude
literally
up.
just manhandled him. That was fucking beast mode. But I also hate Ors for the fact of flashback 20 years of stretching no jutsu
and 5-minute death scene. Let's not forget that.
I don't know.
I'm gonna double down on. You know what? I'm gonna double down on Garb. Christian convinced me. He's a fun character. He got me a couple of laughs as well, and I do appreciate dude's struggle throughout these episodes for sure.
We could also do Granny Kun.
I'm not just going to throw it away to Suru on this one, unfortunately. No. I will give it for Doflamingo.
Universally, she is the most liked.
I will give it to Doflamingo for, having a great show of character for these episodes when he had no right to introduce himself as such for any reason, really. I would give it to Ors for doing the most, or I would give it to Garp for having some of the most fun character, like
the most
compelling character arc of these 3 episodes.
Fuck it, give it to Garp.
Garpy boy
it is. Yay, we got there.
Garp.
Magic
is this
Garp,
like
Garp.
2 times in a week?
Yeah, we're like actually getting better at just agreeing to the same person. It's kind of annoying. Well, stop.
It's kind of annoying.
I like fighting.
Disagree with me. Damn it.
No. We can fix that with the thing we're gonna do later.
Oh, right. No, that's totally fair. But moving on from the Golden Ham, we have some fan mail. I was specifically requested by Justin and Jordy to make sure that I get through this one. So we actually got an email from a listener from Germany. His name is Worth. I assume I am pronouncing it correctly.
Just came back.
Is it with a W?
Yes.
Pronounce it with a V.
Vorth, then. How about that?
Yep.
Perfect. So Vorth gave us an email, and he goes, "Hi, Jordy, Christian, Justin, Devin, and Brendan. And Hampter. He calls him Hampter.
Hamster.
I don't know why it's Hampter, but it's Hampter. I finally
is that
Probably
German?
missed the S.
Maybe, but I want to assume that he was like, "What's up, Hampter?"
P and S are nowhere near each other on a keyboard, so
maybe. Either way, moving on. I finally caught up with the backlog.
Hamster. That's
Let
how you
me
spell it.
read the
Is it?
email. Shut
there's no
up.
P in hamster. It's hamster. No P.
Mm-hmm.
I finally
See,
caught
maybe
up.
he goofed up like
Shut up.
that. I'm sorry.
I
worked in a pet
apologize,
store for
Borth,
4
for these
years,
guys that
Devin.
are not taking any of your time valuably. I finally caught up with the backlog of episodes for your podcast, and I'm loving every second of it. I was curious to how I could support you, but was saddened to see that you only have Buy Me a Coffee as an option. That doesn't quite work for me since they only accept a credit card as form of payment, and I'm from Germany. A credit card here actually isn't the default form of payment as it is in the US. We have to specifically request one, which comes with all kinds of strings, and a lot of people don't have one. I'm one of those people. We do, however, use PayPal heavily, so my request to you guys is please make a Patreon or a Twitch or something where I could subscribe via PayPal and not with a credit card. Thank you in advance. So I have 2 comments. Jordy and Justin were talking. I think we are getting a Patreon now. And I don't know if that's going to replace the Buy Me a Coffee or it'll be in addition to the Buy Me a Coffee. We will.
It's definitely in the works of just figuring it all out.
Should have just done that in the first place.
I kind of agree, but I think hindsight 2020, all those things, we don't know what we're doing, as it do.
It's 2022.
But hindsight is 2020.
It is.
But the more important note to piggyback off of that is I don't know if Justin or Jordy have told you guys, we're switching our RSS from what we've been using, which has cost us some like a monthly fee, to another RSS. I'm not sure what it's called. I think it's called like Anchor or something like that.
Was it Anchor or Archive or something?
Yeah, and
Jordy put it on Twitter as well.
The reason we're doing so is because the only reason we even started trying to monetize in the first place was so that we could at least just cover all of our like cyclical costs. And now we've done more digging and found out that we can have an RSS that holds our cast at no cost, so that we don't have to worry so much about trying to ask for support or anything to break even every month. More importantly, what we can do is we can just not have those costs in the first place. So we're going to get rid of the ads on Spotify and Apple playlists or Apple podcasts. But the compromise is that now that we're leaving the RSS we previously had, we're not sure if we're losing locations where you can listen to it. I talked with Jordy. I guess they just don't tell you what is and is not included on the RSS. I don't really understand how that all works. As far as we know, we are still producing the cast at all of the normal channels. So if you are one of those people who have been listening via your preferred podcast service and you suddenly are unable to find or catch new episodes of us, try to reach out to us via email or Twitter or something. I'm a little confused by it because I haven't done much of the research in it myself. Jordy just kind of let me know what the situation was. Our only concern is that we are missing people who want to listen via their preferred, podcast services. So if
he
that
didn't
happens to be
switch it
you,
already, did he?
I think he did.
No,
Okay,
he only
well-
did Panda View. He only did Panda View.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's what he did say
that's
on
what it
Twitter.
was. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
currently, this podcast is still
Right.
on the current art, whatever it is. Panda View is the only one we used as a test, and we did put a tweet out, mentioning that.
Yeah.
And we might be going
I saw
into
the
a lot
tweet.
of detail about our logistics and what we try to cover in terms of costs for the cast and whatnot. But at the end of the day, the long and short of it is, ideally, nothing should change for any of you listeners. But if something does, and you're listening to this episode because you couldn't see it on your preferred podcast service, reach out to us. Let us know how you listen to us, and we can try to at least figure out exactly what went wrong or what went awry. and figure out for the future.
And to reiterate the question in the email, we're in the works of it. We're still trying to figure out some stuff, and we're working on that if you do still want to support that. And we understand, especially with the limitations of other countries and how, like you mentioned.
Yeah, I think we actually have a Patreon already made. Now we just need to announce it or something. But
make it
there
work.
needs to be, incentives for people to.
Yeah.
Right. Well, no. Well, yeah.
I mean, that doesn't need to be because Buy Me a Coffee is incentive free, but
we're getting lost in the sauce. So anyway, thank you for
saucy.
Thank you for the feedback, Vorth. We appreciate that you want to support us, and we appreciate the thoughts. We're doing our best. We're evolving every day, attempting to, so that everyone can have a pleasurable experience. And with that being said,
sometimes devolving.
Usually devolving, but we say we're evolving. Yeah. We say we're evolving, but we're actually just becoming dumber as time goes on.
Yeah.
We too have the dumb fruit.
Yeah, Luffy's dumb power does not extend only in universe. It extends to watchers as well.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I would 100% say that I am a victim of the dumb.
I had 4 brain cells, now I have 2.
Wow, that's going quick. Although we are about halfway through now, so that does math a bit.
Yeah, but the good news is that it'll aggregate by halves every time. You know what I'm saying? So it'll have every time. So you'll always have some brain cells.
But 0 is still a possibility.
Well, no, because if you just keep halving, technically you'll be so close to 0 that it might as well be 0, but you won't technically be 0.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You'll be going towards negative infinity.
I can't wait till I lose sentience.
You'll achieve Luffy Nirvana. That's what it
is. Luffy is Buddha confirmed.
Well, no, that's fuck with the seagull guy.
Sengoku.
Yeah.
They did drop that in these episodes that his name is like Sengoku the Buddha or something like that.
I don't see it. He got seagull powers.
He's got seagull powers. All right, but again, thank you, Vorth, for the email. We're, like I said, we are constantly devolving, trying to be better. Moving on to the grab bag. I didn't fuck with the bag this week, and I remembered it. Are you guys happy?
This week I did something special. I got us a bucket and I filled it with ice, and on each ice cube is a different
ice bucket
grab
challenge
bag option. Yeah,
throwback.
You did this on the week that I brought the bag for once.
Yeah,
but I have the bag.
Are you gonna make my hard work? Do you know how hard it is to write on ice?
All right, just put the ice in the bag then.
Okay, hold still.
All right, yeah, fine. Here, put it in the bag. Oh wait, let me take the papers out. Oh, damn it, never mind.
Nope.
That's gonna be fun to clean up later.
Yeah,
that's my job.
That'll be a mess. Okay, well, you reap what you sow. Okay, well, now I have this bag of ice. It's leaking a little bit, and there's some soggy papers in there, but we're okay. That's fine. Let me just shake it around a little bit. Hey, Christian, do you mind pulling I guess an ice cube out of the bag?
No. Yeah, we're gonna do this the ice bucket challenge way. Just dump the entire bag out on top of me, and I'll open my mouth, and the one that falls in is what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Just make sure not to swallow one.
Well,
all right.
I'm kind of thirsty.
It's lead based.
What the fuck kind of ice did you? All right, never mind. It's
lead-based ice.
I'm going to catch a random ice cube now and not put them anywhere near my orifices.
Who does that?
I do.
Devin does, apparently. Just give me the ice.
All right, I got it. Are you ready? I'm just going to chuck all the ice at you from the bag.
Yeah. Oh, it's cold. I remember why I didn't do more than one of these challenges.
This is great.
Oh, good. Right when I'm in the mood to hate something, it's a Miss Valentine Award.
Woo! All right, Christian, what do you hate the most? And if you fucking say boa,
I hate boa Hancock.
You guys are the worst. You're gonna do this to me when I can't fight back,
just like last time.
You guys are such fucking animals, dude. They bring this chick out, they expand on her to make her so that she's not a one trick with her fruit. She can actually fight, and you're like, you know what? I hate you more. That's what you did. You go, I hate you more.
I wanted de-evolution.
Oh my fucking God. I hate this. I hate everything about this. This is unfair. I do not vote for Hancock, by the way.
Out of curiosity, who would you pick?
Because
Because there's not a lot to hate in these episodes.
I would agree. There's not a lot to hate. I think maybe I would vote for, I don't know, for like a full-on Miss Val. No, you know what? I'm going to vote for the fucking, the executioners that walked off the fucking platform. How about that? That's what I want to vote for. What the hell happened to those guys?
They technically aren't in the episode, so you can't vote for them.
That's why they're getting voted.
The only other contender for me would be Whitebeard himself.
Why would he get a vote?
Why
He's
would you
fine.
hate
He
What?
ain't doing shit.
Well, that's kind
But
of true.
he's standing there.
Menacingly.
Menacingly.
Very
He ain't doing
menacingly.
shit. He hasn't done shit except for clap one dude who came to him.
All right, yeah, he's waiting to get his feet wet after, you know, all of his
He's
goons
been
are.
standing on the boat. It's hard to get your feet wet when you're standing on the ice on the boat.
He's got to conserve any energy he has right now for a potential boss battle.
Right. I forgot about his pre-existing conditions.
Yeah, he's very
His emphysema is getting him.
yeah, he realized he forgot his inhaler, and so he can't exert himself too
he's
much.
hoping that none of them know that he doesn't actually have all of his medications today.
he's standing there trying to remain serious, but we know inside his brain he's freaking out because he left his EpiPen at the hotel, and he can't get any more.
That's the reason why he became a pirate is because of the EpiPen shortage.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What does the Marineford healthcare system look like?
Probably awful, considering they just kind of burn anybody or magma anybody that, or allegedly magma.
Allegedly.
Okay,
they-
what is this allegedly?
They threaten to magma people that abandon shit.
Oh my fucking God. You guys are the worst. I vote for either Akainu if I can, or for the guards that should be at the top of the execution platform that walked their asses away.
I vote for Kobe for running from the battlefield.
You know, that's not like, and I'm not against that pick, to be honest
did.
with you.
He did be a bitch.
He dipped real hard. He was like, hey, I want to be a Marine guy. And then was like, wait a minute, not like this. This isn't what I
Yeah,
signed up
But
for.
when
It's
faced with any adversity, he went, nope.
honestly, and no, wait a minute, now I think about it. No, fuck Kobe. What the hell are you doing, my guy? You're supposed to have the glow up right now, all right? You got to like strut your stuff. You got to stand for something. What are you doing?
Fallen.
Mhm,
He's a
mhm.
coward. All right, well then I vote Kobe. That's my vote.
And then he gets really excited when Luffy shows up. Like nothing, like the war still wasn't happening. He becomes like a small child again. Luffy falls out of the sky and he goes, wow, Luffy's so cool. Look at him. He's so strong.
Luffy made it. What the hell?
And then we
Hey,
see
how's it going?
Helmeppo's eyes for the first time since like we saw this glow up version of him because his eyes like pop out from behind the sunglasses or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Kobe's fall into madness.
You think he's going to
Where you
fall
just-
into madness, though?
Yeah, he's just gonna break away from the Marines because he's
I
gonna
don't
be like,
think that's
"This
gonna
sucks."
happen.
I could dream.
No, he's going to be an admiral. That was his dream, right?
Not like this, he isn't.
Not like this he isn't. Oh, man. Yikes.
All right, Kobe. Fuck you,
Kobe.
Kobe. Although
Fuck you, Kobe.
that being said, I will say I did kind of enjoy constantly flashing to Kobe while all this was happening and getting the perspective of essentially one of the random goons instead of the perspective of the OP powerhouses.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
it was a little nice to constantly check in with Kobe and be like, "How you doing?" And then there was that one like vice admiral or whatever he kept bumping into, and he was getting progressively more and more fucked up until he finally collapsed.
Uh-huh.
I'm just annoyed that he didn't do shave yet.
Well, it's because he's shitting his pants.
Yeah.
He's too busy pooping.
If he shaves now, all of it's gonna get shaken up inside of his pants, and he's
Oh my god, is Kobe related to fuck? What's his name? I forgot how to pronounce it. Poison.
oh, you mean the
Magellan?
the impelled down?
War-
Yeah, Magellan.
There we go. Is he related to Magellan?
Oh, got it. Yeah, because he doesn't have
Because it's
control
one
over
time.
hooks.
I'd say he has
Oh,
a good
boy.
reason for it this time. I would say Magellan has no excuse.
Could be
all right.
hereditary. IBS is, a hell of a
Why
thing.
you?
All right, I think we got there. I think we're at the end of this one. Do you guys have any other comments before we close out?
Fuck Boa Hancock.
All right,
Fuck
Devin.
Boa Hancock.
You know what? I'm not going to let you do the thing now. I'm going to do the thing.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Panda Sightings. You can also send us questions at pandasightings@gmail.com. And if you would like to financially support us, you can send them to buymeacoffee / at fuck. That's the part I screw up every time. The link's in our bio. You'll find it. I believe in you.
It's in the description of the podcast. It's in the Twitter. It's in the Instagram, probably.
Mm-hmm.
If I would have
It's
done
much easier than me saying it.
If I would have
Just
done
look
it,
at
it
the
would have
links.
been fucked up. You know that, right?
Sure. Keep telling yourself that, buddy.
Keep telling yourself that, buddy. All right, but thanks for listening, and we'll be here same time next week.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, good. Yeah.
I got nothing going on.
I think that's actually the day I get my eyes looked at. So I'll be blind, but I'll be here.
Oh, sweet. You can still use your mouth, though, so
Yeah.
All right, I'm pressing stop.
what that mouth do?
It do be spitting mad facts.
I don't know about facts, but do be spitting, that's for sure.
It do be spitting, and it do be in the direction of One Piece.
Mm.
Oh.
Yummy.
I stopped.